Man, I wanted to ask you this. So you had your hand in a lot of artists' careers, especially coming from like that Orange Mound. You seem like to a certain extent South Memphis too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess with Skinny Pimp, that's North Memphis. So it's a variety, you know. But man, that's
That's he had some artists in South Memphis too.
yeah.
That was part of the mob, Luna them.
I was gonna say, man, but at one point in time, I remember seeing you as a youngster, man, like on BET, DJing on Rap City and all of that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It went from just being like local to regional to nationwide, you know. Warlock, relatively, if I'm not mistaken, Loud, you know what I'm saying? Like that transition going from somebody who was on the come up, man, underground to blossoming into like a real deal, major, you know, respected artist, man, or a producer and a CEO, you know.
Yeah.
Like what led to that? How did you like brush shoulders with those folks to get the major looks like that? Like being on something like BET on Rap City, dog.
I think, you know, I'm one of them person that, you know, I be trying to just figure the plan out to go, you know, to find out the best move I need to make. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of those actions I might take, I may just take them because it's just a move I need to make. You feel what I'm saying? A move to make to getting on another platform that I wouldn't. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do things, get on different platforms so people can see your craft and know your face and know what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So if you can't get on those certain platforms, that will kind of hold you back. So I always thought when we're doing this music that being on different platforms, that means different people can see you of what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So you want people to see what you're doing and let them know you're working. You ain't just out here just doing it for your homeboys too. You working. You feel what I'm saying? You real deal popping. You trying to get it going. You feel what I'm saying? So in that aspect, you know, you just trying to make sure that whatever you do is a good play.
But how did it come to that point from just being like you independent, you underground to, you know, BET, especially back then, like having somebody from Memphis to, you know.
Then, see, I knew one thing that, you know what I'm saying, that people like numbers. And I knew doing what I was doing, like the mixtapes, like just like when I put out my first album, I sold 10,000 the first week. And then I had a record deal probably a few days later because they liked them numbers I did. You feel what I'm saying? See, numbers what really matters in the game. You feel what I'm saying? You can say you the hardest motherfucker ever. But if you ain't got no numbers, you ain't the hardest motherfucker ever. You just a nigga that said he was the hardest motherfucker ever. You feel what I'm saying? But I know what people like. People like numbers, bro. And so when they see your numbers and they see you trying to get your shit together, the love will come anyway because they want to be a part of you getting them numbers.
So when the labels came knocking, you was already pushing thousands and thousands independently?
Yeah, I was already doing it independently. You feel what I'm saying? On my first independent album. You feel what I'm saying? But it's still back then. I still felt like, you know, even doing music, it's just like a stepping stone, you know. If I'm independent right now and this guy want to sign me, put me on another platform, I need to get on that platform for right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't said forever. I said for right now, though.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I might need that little piece of that, whatever that is for right now, because it's important to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, like back then, I never forget like the Source Awards when Outkast came on the stage and they was like, you know, Andre 3000, the South got something to say and all of that. You know, even after that, man, you know, the South nowadays, they celebrated. A lot of people around the world, around the country, around the world mimic a lot of artists that come from the South, whether it's Future or Thug or Gunna. I mean, I can keep going on, you know what I'm saying? That's more so recent, but over the years, you know, but around that time when it wasn't as embraced, like how were y'all received? You know, did people show respect, you know what I'm saying, to y'all craft, or was it more
back
so?
Then?
Yeah.
Back then, I
feel like a black sheep, you know?
I feel like back then they really didn't pay attention to the South until South started making some money. They seen us, they heard us.
Still in our style.
Yeah, they was doing that too, but they still didn't. There wasn't no love there yet. You feel what I'm saying? So the love really didn't come until the money started coming, because they felt like until they can start making money off of it, I don't even hear it. You feel what I'm saying? And that was the whole trick about music. You know what I'm saying? You could be going, but you still gotta make a little money off of it. You gotta make some money off of it.
Gotta do some numbers.
You gotta do some numbers.
Man, how do y'all feel about that? I mean, I understand you say, and that is true. It is a numbers game to a certain extent, but just imagine all the talented people that fly under the radar because people haven't found out about what they got going on, and they can be 10 times as talented as the people who popping though.
But see, the thing about the music business, man, as long as I've been doing it, if you want to do it, you'll go do it. All that, see, most people, you got two kinds of people out here. You got people out here waiting on somebody to do something for them to make it happen, or you're going to be the person that make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to figure out who you is. If you the person that waiting on somebody to make it happen for you, man, you're going to be waiting till you sleep.
If they don't hear you, you gotta make them.
And then if you want to be heard, you want to be popping, you gotta make them hear you, like you said.
You gotta work your way up.
You gotta work your way up. You gotta get to the right people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So when you get to the right people, somebody may hear what you got going on, but if you ain't working, it ain't gonna happen no way. You can sit here and lie to yourself all day. It ain't gonna happen.
But I guarantee you, we was just like that. When I was younger, I used to be in the bedroom or something, because I started rapping when I was younger, little boy, just rapping. Squeeky started off like that making music, because I remember when I used to come over there before he even blew up, when he was just in the room making beats and music, when I didn't too much understand what he had going, but he was putting it together then. But I guess what I'm trying to say, we worked our way up
to a different situation.
Yeah.
But see, the trick is, or the situation is, when you doing whatever you doing, that's just like you doing the camera bit. If you ain't doing it, who gonna be doing it?
It ain't gonna get done.
It ain't gonna get done. All that on top of what you finna do, how it's gonna happen, man, none of that shit gonna happen, bro. It's got to be somebody in the situation to just keep it going.
Yeah.
You got to be able to keep it going, dog. Cause think about it, it's somebody's dream of doing something. So by it being somebody's dream of doing something, bro, you gotta have believers. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have believers of what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So people can get involved with what you got going on. They might like what you got going on. They might dig what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So if they liking or dig what you got going on, now it's time to sell it. Now you gotta get paid from it.